Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be doing a guide to help teach you how to Lalo. You've seen many of my videos where I've done Legend League attacks, I've done war planning, I've actually done the attacks and I failed, especially in CWL, I've built those bases. But today, we're going to take another approach and we're going to try to do a bit of a Lalo guide. And this is hopefully going to help teach you the fundamentals of Lalo. I've done this over on my live stream over on Twitch, so definitely go check that out if you want to see some more in-depth one-on-one where I work with some of you viewers and answer your questions. So definitely check out the live streams if you want to see behind the scenes and even more in-depth stuff about Lalo and how to do it. But hopefully today it will help give you an overview. This is Town Hall 13. Am I going to bring lower Town Hall content like 9, 11, or, well, I don't have a Town Hall 12 or 10, but I do have a Town Hall 9 and 11, and the answer is yes. I will be bringing that here to the channel in a bit, so make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss that, because I know a lot of you guys are not Town Hall 13. But with that, let's get into how to Lalo. We are going to be taking a different approach here. We're going to be trying to drawing out some attacks and of how to Lalo. That's the question of what to do. So when you're Laloing, we're thinking abstract. We're thinking high level here. So what do you want to do? Think about a base, and you have a base that's kind of like a diamond or something like this, okay? When you're thinking about breaking a base down, think of it like a clock, right? So here's 12, here's 3, here's 6, and then here is 9. So that's when you say, oh, I'm dropping something at 3 o'clock, at 9 o'clock. That's where it means you're dropping. Just like a clock on here, and that's where you're going to be dropping your troops. So drop the troops at 6, that means over here. Drop the troops at 12, that means over here, right? So that's kind of how you identify and break down bases. Especially that's how pros say when and where to drop certain troops and units to pick them off. When you're thinking about Lalo, the first thing you want to really think about is the different levels, right? I would say the best Lalo to get into, right? So you're like, well, Carbon, what is the best one you want to get into? Well, I would say probably number one, what you want to start off with is going to be the Blizzard Lalo. That's probably number one, right? That's the easiest one to really learn Lalo and get into. Then what would be the next one? Number two is then you move into kind of the other types, which would be the Sui Lalo. But Sui Lalo, Blizzard Lalo, they're kind of the same, except that the Sui Lalo here, you don't use the blimp to take down a certain section of the base, right? This, you're going to be most likely going to be taking a Stone Slammer with a 5 balloons, right? 5 balloons and 1 dragon typically is what you're going to be going in with this type of Sui Lalo. Then you can get into a lot of other ones. There's obviously the Electron, but I wouldn't recommend the Electron at Town Hall 13. It's just not really feasible. But then the last one, I would say, there's the Sui Lalo here. That's the next step, which is definitely a lot harder, which is using the skeleton spell, right? The skeleton spell here, which is really difficult and really hard to use here. And then in this mix, right? So I would say after Blizzard Lalo, you got the Sui Lalo. So the Queen Charge Lalo could be essentially mixed into this section right here. But I would say the reason why I don't really focus on Queen Charge Lalo is because you're really focusing on the Queen Charge portion for that type of attack. For the Sui Lalos here, for the Blizzard Lalo and these types of Lalos, you're really focusing on the balloons and the balloon deployment, right? So, okay. So let's get back to this. So we're going to be focusing on the Blizzard Lalo. Maybe we make a guide about the Sui Lalo that's not the Blizzard. If you want that, please let me know down in the comment section, and I will definitely bring that here to you. So let's see. We got a 12 o'clock, a 3 o'clock, a 6 o'clock, and a 9 o'clock. Now, hopefully this video isn't too long, but hopefully this helps, right? It's a whole different type of video. So when you're doing a Blizzard, think about it like this. So let's go ahead and use a red for a blimp. And let's say you're going to send the blimp in towards 12 o'clock, right? So you go into the base right here, right? Yeah, which means the Town Hall has to be over here or in the middle or somewhere for the blimp to make a straight line, okay? We're just thinking abstract here, high level. So when you're thinking about it like a clock, right, which makes it like a circle, what you want to do, terrible circle by the way, is remove a chunk out of the base. So if we got the circle that's like this, right, and then you drop the blimp into here, you want that blimp to remove this portion of that circle, right? So boom, 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 and the blimp grabs that, right? Something like that. So after the blimp takes that down, you want to try to now drop your heroes, your king and your queen, within this area, right? So you want to drop your king like this, and you want him to go this way, or you want to drop him right here, and you want him to go this way, right? And then you want the queen usually to follow behind which way the king goes, right? And so you don't have to drop him on the exact same tile as where the blimp dropped. You could drop him like over here, and you can go this way. You can drop him over here, like that. But what you don't want to do is drop him over here, drop him over here. Why? Because what you want to do is think about this circle here, and you want to cut out more of the circle. So imagine like this blimp took out this. Now you want, let's say your heroes go this way. You want your heroes to go over here to take this out, and you want to extend this circle. So you see how this is the edge right here? That's like this. That's the edge of the blimp value that you got. You want to basically take this line and swing it out, right? So you're going to, and I'll go through some examples. You want to swing it out. So we go like this. So bam. So now the heroes, your king and queen, took out this portion of the base, right? Okay, so now where's your world champion go? Well, your RC, she can go in a little different spot. She can go over here if you want, and then she can remove and extend this part of the base. That's the possibility. Or you can send her in with your king and queen to help assist into here, or even potentially send her here, and now she even removes more of the base, right? So let's say she does that. So now where does your Lalo go? Well, your Lalo is going to either come from this direction, or it's going to come from this direction. Why? Well, you always want to come in from the edge, right? So here's the edge here, and then here's the pink edge from the World Champion. Those are the only two spots you want to come in from. You want to come in from here or from here. So now the question is, if you come from those directions, which way is more likely to lead to a time fail? 1 or 2? Go ahead and pause the video. Think about it. Say it in your head. Say it out loud. You're like, Carbon, number 1 or number 2, that is the reason why you could do that. You're going to time fail, right? Well, the answer, hopefully you guessed out loud, the answer is the time fail will be most likely from number 2. Why? Because if your heroes go this way, go this way, go this way, and you're waiting for your heroes to clear all of this stuff, then you start the Lalo down here, that took a lot of time, right? After you're basically waiting for your heroes to die off, then you're Laloing around. But if you send your heroes over here, and then the heroes are doing their job, then you Lalo while the heroes are doing their job, you're saving time. Less likely to lead to a time fail, but that's just overall thinking. A lot of times I send my heroes in, I do the blimp, then the heroes, and then after the heroes are all done, then I start the Lalo. And if you start to realize you're time failing a lot, that might be why, because you're waiting way too long after your heroes are dead. So just keep that in mind. So now that we know that you want to send the blimp into here and you want to drop your heroes within the left or right side of the blimp to get that value, think about it like taking out that section of the circle. Now let's think about it like, how do you Lalo? So let's say we've got a circle, right? So here's the circle. And now here is the section that we cut out with the blimp, right? So boom, the blimp took out this part of the base, right? And now the king and queen, where are they going to get dropped? Let's say we drop the king over here. He's going to run this way. Queen's going to follow. And boom, they're going to now take out this portion of the base. So now the Lalo, which if you start from down here, is going to what? Most likely lead to a time fail, but you could do it, right? You could do it. But let's say we start the Lalo from this side. So now think about this whole area like a river, right? So we got a green river roaming through here, flowing through here, whatever. So the river is flowing, right? So you drop your Lava Hound first to go in for the air defense, because that's what you want. You want air defenses across this board. You want to go from here to here to here, right? You want the Hound to protect you. But let's say there's no air defenses here and the ADs are down here. So this is interesting, right? So if there's an air defense down here and nothing up top, that means your king and queen maybe would have to go up top to go where no air defense is, so they can take out that section, and then your Lalo can go into the AD. This is all based dependent on what you're looking at. But let's say there are some air defenses like this. You're going to fly across like this, right? So let's say there's an AD here. Or let's go air defense, and air defense, right? So we're going to fly our way through here. So think about this like a river here. So the Lava Hound, the balloons are going to fly. And then everyone's like, Carbon, how do I know how many balloons I drop per defense? Well, typically Usually around 3 to 4 is good. Think about it like this. Archer Tower takes 2 balloons, maxed out at your level to take it out. Mortar is 2 balloons. Wizard Tower is more, is like maybe like 4 or 5. Inferno Tower. So those heavier defenses take more and more, right? So usually I drop them in groups of 3 to 4 balloons per defense as they go through. And then I tend to drop the Grand Warden moving into here. I know this is for Town Hall 13, and a lot of you guys are not Town Hall 13. I can make a guide like this if you're not Town Hall 13, but this still can apply really well if you aren't. So think about it like a river. We're flowing through. Boom, boom, boom. We got a small little stream going through here. Boom. The Lalo's moving in, right? Lava Hound balloons. We're going right through here, right? So if we drop the balloons like this, then we drop lava here and lava here balloons. No, right? Make sure that the Hound and balloons, they're all moving through here, right? So this is the stream moving through. It's filling up this part of the base. Then after the stream makes it to this portion of the base, that is when you drop the next portion right here, right? The next Hound and balloons, right? So as these guys now pass this red side, they join up in force with this top side down here, right? And then now it becomes even stronger. And then boom, they all meet up here. So as they all meet up here, that's when the next Lava Hound goes down. Boom, 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 right? And then it all gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and it moves like a wave, right? A river. So the stream starts out as a little just flow moving in, and then it becomes stronger and stronger, becomes a river all the way down here, and eventually your Lalo helps overwhelm the base, right? So now you guys are wondering, well, Carbon, where do I use my spells? Well, your spells, you can use as all practice. I can't say you got to use your spell here, here, and here. Usually rage spells are best to use in the middle, but you're not going to have a rage spell with the Blizzard, right? Because you're going to use the invisibility spells with the blimp to take that out. So as you move through, you drop your haste and freezes on splash, and you try to keep this section that's moving in here, keep that moving through. And as you're moving through the base like this, you can haste this side up to meet them up into the middle with this group. And then you can haste these guys up into this to meet up with that group, right? So I know this is just huge abstract thinking right now, but hopefully kind of that helps with a kind of higher level thinking. Let's get into some examples so you can see what I mean. So we have a base right here with a town hall that's kind of at the bottom. We got some single targets here, multi up top, eagle in the middle. So let's take a look at this base, right? So let's go ahead and play it here. And we take a look at that replay. Remember, think about the base like a clock, right? So we got a circle, right? We've got the circle right here. So we have a town hall with sweepers pointing right into the town hall in this section here. So typically, you tend to maybe drop a lava hound to protect that blimp to go in towards where you need. But all the air defenses seem to be on the top side, right? They're all up here. So what are we going to do here in this attack? So what we're going to do is we're going to want to get in and try to take that town hall down, right? So let's go here. So we're going to times it by 4. And then, okay, so look at this. So let me zoom out here. So we drop a freeze onto the sweeper, and then we get the blimp to try to go into this section to help take this town hall down, right? So this blimp is going to go in, and what is it going to do? It pulls the CC out, which is okay. But then the whole objective is to take out this section, right? This is the objective, which means now we're going to drop our heroes, where? Our king and queen, either here to go this way or this way, right? Because that's where we want them to go to extend that. So let's go and play this here. So you can see the super wizards moving their way in. They're taking all this down, right? Bam, they take it down. And now where are the heroes going to go? At least this is how I deploy the Lalo. And this is what goes through my thought process. So there's the super wizards getting all this. Bam, look at all this. We took all that down, and here goes the king. Look at that. So now so this is all gone. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. This is all gone from the blimp, right? Boom. That's taken down. So now where's the heroes going to go? I'm going to extend this funnel right here. Right? So you see the king over here, right? So let me do it. Let me do the blimp in red. So this was the blimp section right here. Boom, 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 boom. Now the heroes are coming in the blue, and now I'm extending this. Look at this, right? Now the king, and I wanted to try to break this wall here, and now they're taking all this down, right? So you can see, bam. Now where's the world champion going to go? Well, I'm noticed that there's this scatter shot that's still up here, so I'm going to send the royal champion in to get the scatter shot so they can extend this funnel right here, right? You can see, oh, okay, there we go. This is the funnel that we want to set, right? Royal Champion can grab all this. Queen can grab that. So now you can see, if we put it all together, this whole section was removed from that circle. Even up top here, all of this from the Sui and the blimp, right? Because those heroes came from the edge of where that blimp is. So that means all I've got to Lalo is just this top side. This is all we got to do. We just got to Lalo this and focus on that, right? Does that kind of make sense? So now what did we do? Right, so you can see the hound went across here, balloons came in. As the hound is making its way to here, more balloons are coming in. And you don't want to drop it in a line, you don't want to drop in a wave, you want to pinpoint defenses. So you'll see me, I drop about 3 to 4 balloons into this, 3 to 4 balloons into this, 3 to 4 balloons into this, but they go to the mortar, right? You want to try to drop the balloons, but notice what else? I still have my lava hound down here and 10 more balloons. I haven't deployed them yet. Why? Because once, remember, like the circle that we have here, and this is the part that was cut out from the Sui and the blimp. Remember the river, that green river that we were talking about earlier? Boom, it's flowing through here, and then this is the point where you start to meet up and get stronger. And then once it gets to this point, then the Lalo comes from this way, right? Does that kind of make sense? So you can see, as these balloons are going to be making their way through, this hound's coming across, right? And so then you're like, well, Carbon, you just dropped some balloons down here. Yes, because what did I notice? I noticed that this archer tower is all by itself. So if I take this down, then I can start the cleanup down here. Because I'm already past the 51%, so there's no Teslas down here, right? Plus, if you find them anywhere else. So you take that out, you just pick it off, and then you can start cleaning up, right? So that's why I dropped it there. So as those balloons now come around, right? And then where I'm hasting, you want to really try to pair the haste with the Warden ability. It works really, really well, especially going to scatter shots and that. So then you can see, I only actually dropped the 1 minion down there. I should have actually saved a few more minions. But you can kind of see how the Lalo moved my way through, right? And I was able to push, right? So let's get into some more examples so you can see. We've got the next base right here. And what do we think, right? Let's take a look. The town hall is all the way over here. Okay. We noticed that the sweepers are right here. So are we going to send the blimp to get into the town hall? Well, we're going to fight a sweeper. All the heroes are like that. And that'll be pretty difficult to get to, right? So I'm just going to try to send a blimp into a compartment to take down that portion of the base. And this one, I'm thinking, look at this. This section where the Eagle Artillery is pretty crazy. Let's go ahead and build a circle around the base like this. And let's go ahead and get that blimp value, right? Let's go in times 5 before. And okay, so why did I drop these balloons and minion here? Because I was thinking that there's some Teslas here. And if I take those mortars down, then I can drop balloons and potentially direct target that wizard tower to pull any traps. Because what I want to do is send the blimp straight into here, right? So we're going to go here. So there it is. So the balloon goes in as the test for Sam's. There's nothing. And then the blimp makes it into this compartment. And that's exactly what I want. So make sure I keep this invisible, right? You drop your invisible, drop your rage. Taking 4 invisibility spells is really good, really strong. Something that I do advise. And you keep them invisible to take out this. So now look at this, right? So look at this value that this blimp is getting. Holy, look at that. Gets the arch tower. Yes, it does. So the whole value is, and even that single. So this is the value that got, right? So that's the value. And then I dropped like a minion down here as well to just start cleaning up some of the trash down here, right? So then I, boom, take that down. So now where the heroes come? They come from the edge, right? And I'm like, well, Carbon, why are you sending them over here? Okay, good question, right? So I can either send them over here, right? They could run down this way, or they could run up top this way. In this case, there wasn't really a set reason why I decided to make them run a certain way, but that my king ended up running down here. I wanted the king and queen to run together, but they ended up splitting off into different directions. So then I decided to send the ice golem to protect my queen a little bit more. Royal Champion, she's coming in, help remove this. So the king's actually going to pop his ability, and I don't use my poison spell yet because I didn't think I pulled out the full CC, and so here comes the full CC. But now think about this. Here comes Royal Champion and Queen, and they're going to be setting this funnel right here. Boom. Look at all this that they're taking out. All of this value off of the edge of that blimp that I just did, right? The Royal Champ, she's going to burn her ability. And now the Lalo, remember, think about it like a river. This king is still going through here. So now I have an option to either fly this way or to fly through this way, right? I can fly in either one of these directions here. But look at my queen. I pop that queen ability. She's going to be able to take out the enemy Royal Champion. So I want to try to fly into the queen here and be able to help take her down. And, I mean, there's really 65% of this base is gone. before the Lalo. So it's basically clean up Lalo at this point. That's why this is so strong. You can see the Lalo's flying into here. I send a Hound across this way because there's only one air defense at this point. I just wanted the Hound to kind of pull any traps, move my way around, and then push my way through. And then Headhunters come in, pop that Grand War Internal Tome to protect him. And this is why this is a really good attack to start with, because the Blizzard is so strong. So after talking through some examples, what we're going to do is we're going to do a live attack, right? So let me try to talk through my whole thought process of what we just discussed in this live attack. All right, so this one, we've got a town hall all the way on the edge. We got one of these baited town halls. All right, Carbon, well, what are we going to do? Right, so we're going to think about the circle. We need to think about the blimp to remove a certain section of the base. Where is that going to be? Well, can I get in towards this middle to take this out? So if I can gut the core, I can have my heroes come down here, and then they can remove one of these sides. Royal Champion go down the other. So let me do that. So let me go with a Hound like this. We're going to go a blimp like that. Drop some balloons onto the Tesla. Drop a balloon onto that Wiz Tower maybe. And all right, so this blimp should hopefully get some nice value. Boom. Drop a Rage and go into here. Hopefully you can take all this down. Drop another Invis. Let's try to take out that Eagle. Take that down. All right. Drop an Invis right into the middle so they're protected. They should turn around and another Invis. So that's down. They go down south and that's all good. So, all right. Let's drop the King down here. That goes down. And then let's drop a Yeti over here because I'm thinking what's going to happen is my King's going to run all the way down here. So I'm going to drop my Queen. Right, so you can see this, right? So I'm drawing this live as we're going through. So this was what I took out with the blimp, right? Boom, 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 boom. And now my heroes are going to remove here, and they're going to extend this circle all the way to here, right? I'm going to try to wall break into here, and then wall break again into here. So now I'm going to go ahead and drop my Queen behind the King, right? And then my Royal Champ, I think, well, I only have one air defense. I think I'm going to drop my Royal Champ into here. I need this air defense to actually tank and just protect my... go where I want for the Lava Hounds here. So I can drop this. So I drop a super wall break like that. And let's go and drop an Ice Golem. So, all right. So I'm going to actually wait for this cannon to go down. Because if this cannon goes down, then the wall break will target this wall. Otherwise, it would have targeted that wall. So now that the cannon's down, I can drop a super wall break. And it will go inside the base. Just like that. Perfect, perfect. And then the Ice Golem should actually move our way through. There's a Royal Champ that we can drop here. Now out comes the CC. We're going to go and drop a poison spell right through here. And all right, let's try to take out that single and we're good. All right, so now we start the Lalo. Moving through here, we got about a minute 13 Lalo. So this could be very, very tough. Royal Champ's ability goes off and you have to be very careful. So drop a Hound here. Boom, boom, boom. Queen. Let's go and drop a minion like this. And all right, so we're gonna force our way right through here. We're going to take our time. We got minions cleaning up. We got 7 more balloons. All right. So we're pushing away with 50 seconds, guys. 50 seconds! Drop some balloons here. Queen's ability. Haste. Twin freeze. Twin freeze here. Haste. Warden's ability right there to protect everything. 33 seconds. Headhunter is here. We got a minion. Another balloon. Headhunter. And we got another haste and some archers. And just like that. So, does that kind of make sense there? Even though that was a baited town hall, I wouldn't fly into it. It's risky, right? You're ending on a town hall, super risky, but it is really, really strong. So we're going to take a look at this again, and you kind of see my thought process. So we were able to save that Warden ability for the town hall. So just think about it with that blimp value, right? So that blimp value took out a section of the base, and then the heroes went behind it, right? So what I recommend you guys do is go back to my videos, previous videos where I do Lalo attacks or other Lalo attacks and see if that's what they do. That's what I do. And that's what works really, really well for me is drop the blimp, heroes next to it, get that value, and then try to Lalo around. And that's why I didn't send the Royal Champion into this air defense, because if this was gone, there was no more air defenses for my Lava Hounds. And then they just would have went from defense to defense. So if this stays up, I can drop my Hound into here, then I can drop another Hound into here to tank and protect as the balloons fly around, and we just fly our way through. And then that's why this Blizzard gets so much value, and it's really good because it's something that's good for Lalo beginners, I guess I would say, who's trying to learn it, because that Blizzard value can really set it up and really can start breaking bases down. Just think about it, about removing just a wedge of the base with the blimp, then add another wedge on with the hero, the king and queen, and then add on an additional wedge with that royal champion as you're going through. And then all of it is just now the Lalo is just this portion of the base. You just have to be careful, obviously, scatter shots and that. You just got to get your freezes and all that timed properly. And then that warden belly. And then we just ended on the heroes, and it was just overwhelming just like that. And that is just something I recommend. And if you guys have any questions, be sure to let me know down in the comment section. Did you really enjoy this kind of Lalo guide of kind of breaking down a base and then obviously the live attack? And if you want to see more, definitely let me know. If you want to see at Town Hall 9 or Town Hall 11, I don't have a Town Hall 10 or Town Hall 12 unless I upgrade my account, so keep that in mind. But I can definitely do a Lalo guide for Sui Lalo with not the Blizzard. So please let me know down in the comment section if you want to see that. And if you really like this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe down below for the daily content. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Carbonfin, signing out. Peace.